I'm going to ask you to pat yourself on the back here, because there are volunteers like these coaches, hundreds of them all across the country, who volunteer their time, their energy, their efforts, and not often their resources like you have in a place like this. They volunteer all of that with the aim to benefit the boys and girls who go to the boxing clubs. How important are those volunteers to making a sport stay alive?
You wouldn't have boxing now if it wasn't for those grassroots coaches. There's people who have been in it for such a long time and have no notoriety from the game. And there's people who just come into the professional ranks and get flitted about as the best this, the best that. Without these coaches boxing with the boxers competing from the amateur shows, you wouldn't have any of the Anthony Joshua fights you have now. That's why he's giving so much back to boxing, back to Finchley that he came up through. But yeah, the volunteers are they're indispensable, and some of the guys I've got at the club, they're brilliant. They helping me a lot because I wouldn't be able to do it by myself. And that's another thing. People tend to think these boxing clubs run themselves, and they don't. So the coaches are definitely needed to be there. And hopefully we can shed a nice light on them as well.
One of those men was Simon Weaver from Torfaen Warriors Boxing Club. Instrumental, one of many people instrumental in putting this event together. We spoke to Simon after the event to get his thoughts and feelings on how it went and the importance of grassroots amateur boxing, and this is what he had to say.
I'm really pleased to be joined by Simon Weaver, who's put so much effort into making tonight happen. Simon, a lot of effort does go into these events, but when you see some of the fights and some of the smiles on the boxers' faces, it must make it all worth it.
Yeah, well worth it. It takes us roughly about 2 to 3 months to kind of arrange a show like this, and there's a lot of kind of worry goes into it, making sure everything happens on the night. Unfortunately, you do get your teething problems, but as long as the crowd is happy and the families are happy, that's all we're worried about.
There's a lot of volunteers involved, yourself included. What motivates you? Why do you do it?
Just watch this. That's what motivates anybody, if you know what I mean. This is my 30th year as a coach for my gym, and not only do we produce good boxers, we produce good men that they go on to produce, join the Navy, whatever, and it's all down to this, it is. And the camaraderie between everybody is absolutely brilliant.
We've seen boxers here tonight have their very first fight. We've seen Welsh champions in the ring. It really has been something for everyone.
Yeah, there's a bit of everything for everybody, and that's what we try to do. We try to make it as exciting as we can. The next show we're going to do, we're going to actually bring a team in, say from Ireland. So all the boxers will be boxing Irish boxers.
And over the course of 30 years, you must see a lot, but is there anything about this that continues to surprise you? Because you get some right characters in boxing, and we've seen a couple tonight.
Yeah, I think every coach is just waiting for their world champion to walk through their door, if you know what I mean. And that's what motivates everybody to go on and go on and go on, And I've seen some spectacular boxers come through my gym, and it's coming to the stage now where their families are coming, their youngsters are coming to my gym as well, you know what I mean. So
it's so important for the grassroots of boxing to to have platforms like this today. How rewarding is it for you?
It's very rewarding. As a coach, you kind of, it's not just me, it's a coaching team, it's not just down to me. I got 6 coaches in my gym. Everyone is a volunteer, and everyone gives up 110% of their time to do and help me. And that's what the winning team, it's a winning team, that's why we produce so many champions from our gym.
My final question is, a lot of boxers here tonight. We're 9 fights, I think, so 18 boxers in total. So I guess everyone takes something different away from it within themselves, but what's the one thing you want people to leave nights like this tonight remembering?
Nobody's been hurt. It's regulated compared to most sports, like your white collar and all and whatever. There's a doctor sat at ringside, and as I said, some were disappointed, but they'll come back stronger and harder, and everybody's happy, and that's all I'm worried about, to be quite honest with you.
Well done, mate. Great night.